What is up, my viewers? Spang here, bringing you another World of Tanks gameplay commentary. This is the first of the 8.3 replays. I took a bit of a break there, although you guys probably didn't notice too much due to the fact I just had so many 8.2 replays to get through and upload to my channel. So, while it isn't really much of a break for you, I took about a week off of commentaries, mostly because I just marathon through the 8.2s. But this is a standard battle on Prokhorovka. It is one of my replays, and it is in my M26 Pershing. So I figured a good way to get back in the groove of doing commentaries, do one of my games. And as you can tell, teams are pretty even, although they really aren't, and you'll see exactly what I mean a little later in this match. But as it stands, just looking at the tanks, it seems like an even match, more or less. Tank destroyers for tank destroyers. It's same number of tier 10s, same number of tier 9s, and yeah, the enemy team got a 1375 instead of another tier 8, but that 1375 can be quite the troublesome little pain in the rear end, if you know what I mean. But especially when you have this many artillery pieces, and anytime you have 5 artillery per map, per team on a map that's as open as Prokhorovka, it's gonna scare the living daylights out of everyone who drives a normal tank, because they simply don't want to get shelled to death by artillery. Correct me if I'm wrong, please, but I know that's what I fear most, and most people, when they see 5 artillery on a team, on a map that's open like Prokhorovka, they kind of say, well, this is awesome, and that was sarcasm. But I'm doing the standard medium tactic here. I'm supporting Mr. E50, and I'm going to try and take this hill, although typically the team to the north can't push up this hill. The enemy usually, the south side usually is able to take it long before the north gets to the top. Although the E50 does in this case get to the top beforehand, though he doesn't quite know what he's up against just yet. And my team sending a significant number of forces to the east side, I'm sorry, the west side, the 1-2 line. I just gotta start referring to them by the lines. I get my east and west mixed up far too often. I have to think about it. You think it'd be second nature by this point, but the enemy team definitely sending some heavy tanks to the city. This STI gonna give me some free shots, and I quickly back up, give myself behind a bit more cover. Then I just decide, you know what? I'm gonna take one more free shot, and then I'm gonna just charge him. Mr. Conqueror getting eliminated there, so a tier 9 on our team already lost. This STI, I'm gonna do my best to use my speed to just run circles around him. Very luckily absorbing a shot into my turret mantle there, going straight into the spaced armor, and I'm just gonna run circles around him, get the final kill shot on him, and proceed to keep running because, well, I don't want to die to artillery. Now, I don't quite know what that tank is doing in the center. I don't know what that tank quite is. It looks like it might be our Tiger II. Hold on, I'm gonna just no, it's a 4502 Alpha, the worst version of the tier 8 German heavies, if at least that's my perception. No one really seems to like it. I have yet to play it, but I do hear a lot of people complaining about it, at least among the players I talk to. So, I don't know, you might like it, but typically my friends and I don't regard it as too much of a threat. We definitely consider the Tiger II the better of the two. Now, I am going to do my best to eliminate these heavy tanks in the town, since they are really the only things I can engage at this point. An IS-6, definitely somewhat bouncy for me. This 1375 deciding to play the role of the scout quite well. And here we go. You think I'd have a good shot on that IS-6 because I have side shots, but still no damage for me. He is near death now, and I am going to try and get that side shot to just finish him off. But wait, yeah, bounce. So the low penetration of the M26 Pershing really coming into play here, and I'm going to take one more attempt at it and another bounce. So I think right here, do I decide to? Have I given in yet? No, it seems I have not. So I'm going to try one last time to use a standard shell to get through that IS-6, trying to just sneak around in between his tracks there. And I think right here I say, nope, I'm still going to try one more time, aiming for that underplate, but it's far, far too slanted. Luckily, absorbing another shell into spaced armor for no damage. And here we go. I load the premium rounds, the gold rounds, my oh shit rounds, and get through his armor quite nicely. I do believe the penetration on those is 268. Yes, so vast increase from the 180 penetration of a standard shell. That IS-3 getting eliminated. I am up to 2 kills thanks to help from my teammates. Certainly, I just did no more than get finishing shots off, but being a great help to Mr. E100, so he only had to fight one tank at a time. The enemy artillery still alive and kicking, though one of them have been eliminated, and our team is up by 1 tank, and no longer up by 1 tank thanks to that GW Tiger eliminating our E100 Mr. Panther, thinking he's gonna run away right here, but that certainly will not be the case. I fire, move, and then I fire again. You know, that whole driving somewhat erratically to prevent my team from coming up on me. Now the 1375 trying to be a good teammate, coming around to engage me to potentially stop me from going after his artillery. And he's thinking he has a chance, but that especially if his artillery helps out. But I lit him on fire once, and then I will shoot him, light him on fire yet again, just ensuring his demise. So very unfortunate he got lit on fire twice. Enemy artillery coming in after me, and I use my repair as quickly as possible because I want to be on the move as soon as I can so I don't remain a target for artillery. Very quickly I will be coming up on their base here, and you'll see exactly what I mean by it wasn't quite a fair fight. I am up to 4 kills at this point, however, doing very well for myself, serving very much in the medium tank capacity of that whole flank and run circles around the enemy team. And there we go. That's exactly what I mean. That T110E4 has been AFK this entire match, so the enemy team has been essentially operating with a handicap of one less tier 10. And it's unfortunate for them, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. I'm sorry, guys. But Mr. GW Tiger trying very, very, very hard to just get away. Our artillery managing to eliminate him before he can do anything more. And this M12, very much near death. Now, if you're wondering, yes, I am very concerned about the enemy tank destroyers on the other side of the field possibly coming back to ruin my day. But that is proving to not be the case. And yes, that was a very lucky shot I got there on that M12. Now, the Object 212 playing the very good role of ruining my day just a little bit, getting me very close to death, but not quite there. And I will fire 1, 2, and a third shot will be quickly on the way, long before he ever has the chance to reload, and therefore eliminating him. I am up to kill number 6, so Top Gun goes straight to me. Mr. Batchat still at full health, so our team still in quite a good position to win this, though our base is kind of getting encroached upon, and I will do somewhat of a little bit of a bastard move there. That was not very team play-ish of me to steal that kill. That is exactly what I did there. I stole that kill, but in all fairness, if you noticed, artillery lobbed a shell at him. They should have been focusing on the 1-2 line where the enemy team is pushing up. Artillery should have been a lot more concerned about their survival. Now there's an IS-4, which has just been spotted, and a T110E4 somewhere on the map rolling up on our base. I actually believe the T110E4 is heading back to their base, and seeing as I'm a one-hit, I'd rather stay alive and provide yet more flanking support and help the Batchat so we can both run circles around him if that ends up playing out that way. I'd rather not stand out in the open like he is on the cap and get myself killed in one shot before I ever even see the guy. But here, I quickly realize our only chance of winning at this point, realistically, is to cap the enemy team out. So what do? I move up on the enemy's base, decide to somewhat use the Batchat as a bit of cover, but mostly just using this base's remaining debris. Again, I've said this in previous commentaries. Run that over. Run that debris right there. Yep, the thing I'm hiding behind, you should run it over. Always. Always. It just lets the enemy hide behind it if you don't. There's no reason to not run it over. If you see someone's going to run it over, obviously you don't go out of your way and drive in front of them or crash into their side. But if no one is moving for it, and just do it. Come on. Really. Do it, you wimp. But anyway, so 7 kills and a tier 10 match. Clearly proving that as long as you play a tank properly, you can be a contribution no matter your tier. Granted, there is only a 2-tier difference, but there is a rather big difference between a tier 8 medium and tier 10 heavies. And that is kind of why I load the premium rounds every now and again. I always have premium rounds loaded in some capacity just so I have them in case I need them. Also, one thing I did forget to mention was that I did earn Pascucci's medal. So for those of you unaware, Pascucci's medal is when you kill 3 or more of enemy artillery. I certainly got that this round, and I also got myself Top Gun, if that wasn't obvious, and Sniper. So doing very well for myself, actually earning over 300, no, I misspoke, earning over 700 more experience than anyone else on my team when it came out in the rack and stack at the end of the match. So doing very well for myself. But anyway, if you like this video, click that like button. If you want to see more, subscribe. And if you got a replay, check the description for instructions on how to submit that shit. This has been Spang, and I am signing off.